And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lions Field in Kenmundy, Illinois, where today the South Central Cougars will face the Altamont Indians in a sectional championship game. This is the Class 1A sectional final, again, between the Altamont Indians and the the South Central Cougars. As the coaches are meeting at home plate, we will have the national anthem here in just a moment, and then we'll be ready for baseball as these two squads have already warmed up. Altamont is the home team today. Altamont comes in with a record of 28-9. The Cougars, under Kurt Jones, in with a record of 18-13-1. Alan Witt, how did Altamont get here to this sectional final, you ask? Well, let me tell you. As the Indians won the North Clay Regional, they defeated North Clay in the final 1-0. It's a tight one. Before that, they defeated Dietrich 14-1, a 5-inning contest. Altamont was the number one seed in their subsectional. And on the other hand, it was South Central knocking off the homestanding Edwards County Lions in their regional final. They beat Edwards County 8-4 after knocking off Sisney in 8 innings, 3-2 in the regional semifinal. Had the sectional semifinals earlier this week on Wednesday. I'll tell you about that. But first, our national anthem. The final strains of our national anthem. On Wednesday afternoon, the sectional semifinals took place here at Lions Field. South Central opened it up by defeating Windsor Stewstrass 3-2. Scored in the seventh. It was a 2-2 after 2 innings, and nobody scored for the next 5 or so innings. And then South Central picked up a run in the top of the 7th on an errant throw home. And that proved to be the game winner as South Central made their way to this championship game. Just later that evening on Wednesday, Altamont gave up a couple of runs to Okaw Valley in the first inning and then held them scoreless the rest of the way. Altamont came back with home runs. They had 4 against Okaw Valley, and they knocked off Okaw Valley 11-2. That's how both these teams made it this far this afternoon. The winner will head down Monday afternoon and play in Carbondale, I believe, at 1 o'clock. Let me check that just in case you're making plans. It is 10 a.m., 10 a.m. down at Carbondale. Glad I checked. You'd have been down there too late, and you'd have sat there and watched the 2A ball game and said, where's my team? But should be a fun one here this afternoon. These teams have played each other earlier this season as Altamont knocked off the South Central Cougars back in, what was that, May? No, back in March, I believe. I've got it right here back in March 25th to be exact, 8-2 at Altamont. Dylan Elam on the mound today for the Indians. The big right-hander getting ready to go, and he can get some strikeouts, folks. That is an outstanding pitcher today for Altamont. He will face the lineup that is as follows for the Cougars. Callaway Smith steps in to lead off. He'll be followed by Trevin Sidwell and then Colton Smith. Cleanup hitter is Maddox Robb. 5-hole, Cohen West, he's the DH. Brody Markley will hit 6th today. Zane Montes in the 7th spot. Evan Hoover hitting 8th, and Max Magnus hitting 9th for the Cougars. As Elam starts Smith off with a couple of strikes. Smith, Sidwell, Smith, Robb, West, Markley, Montez, Hoover, and Magnus. There's a bouncer to third, grabbed handily by Caden Miller, throws over, and a nice pick on the bounce over there at first base by Keegan Schultz. Let's tell you the rest of the defense. Like I said, Caden Miller over at third base. It's Cade Millville at shortstop. He's the only sophomore in the lineup. Riley Berg at second. Keegan Schultz over at first base for the Indians. Eli Miller out in left field. He's a senior. Caden Davis, senior in center. Clayton Arnold, senior in right. Nathan Stempke, senior behind the plate. Dylan Elam, senior on the mound. 8 seniors in the starting lineup for Altamont. 1 junior and 1 sophomore. That includes the designated hitter. As Trevin Sidwell heads to the plate with 1 out. Fouls the first pitch off and takes ball 2. So he fouled the second pitch off. Cougars and Altamont played, like I said, back in March. That was inside net hitting. So Dylan Elam puts the second man he sees on base via the hit by pitch. Elam averages about a 1 1/3 strikeouts per inning. He came in today with an ERA of just over 101 for Elam. And he has only given up 22 hits in 48 innings. He has 64 strikeouts over those 48 innings. Bouncer to short. Chance for a double play. Throw to second on time. Over to first on time. 6-4-3, just how you write it up. South Central goes down. We'll be back with Altamont's first at bat after these words.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS Propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS Propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
Welcome back to Lions Field in Kinmundy, Illinois, the home of the Cougars. Now, the Cougars are the visiting team today, even though they are playing on their home diamond, as they lost the coin toss before the battle. And the Cougars will send Callaway Smith to the mound. He'll face a lineup from Altamont that is, ladies and gentlemen, strong to say the least. As it'll open with Caden Davis, and he'll be followed by Dylan Elam. Nathan Stempke will hit third. Keegan Schultz, the first baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Ethan Robbins will bat fifth, then Caden Miller, the third baseman. Following him, it'll be Clayton Arnold, Eli Miller, and Cade Millville. That is Davis, Elam, Stempke, Schultz, Robbins, Miller, Clayton Arnold, Eli Miller, and Cade Millville. Boy, Millville stepped into a tough spot on Wednesday and performed tremendously well as he came in after McManaway had a bad, rough first inning as Caden Davis knocks the first base hit of the game out into center field, and Altamont is off and running. Davis, an outstanding hitter, batting .336 on the year. He'll be followed here by Dylan Elam. Elam hitting .287. The pitcher today. Watches a high one come in from Callaway Smith. Good set of umpires today on the mound for this sectional final. As Carl Shreve behind the plate. Dennis Douthit out at the second and third base. He's got the third base side. And over on the right side, it is Brent Garrison. 1-1 now to Elam as Callaway Smith tries to make sure he keeps Davis close over at first. There he throws over again. Oh, that was a good pick, just a smidge late. Around the defense for South Central over at third base, Trevin Sidwell. He's the lone sophomore. Tons of juniors, though, in the Cougars lineup. Zane Montes is at short. Evan Hoover at second. Colton Smith at first, all juniors. Around the outfield, it's Max Magnus, the senior, in left. Seth Jones in center. He's a junior. Brody Markley in right, also a junior. Maddox Robb behind the plate for the Cougars. And as I said, Callaway Smith on the mound. Both those players are juniors. One senior, two if you count the designated hitter in the lineup for South Central. There's a bouncer. Is it going to get through? It will get through. And Altamont opens up with a couple of base hits. Throw to third, not in time. Caden Davis off with the smack of the bat. And it's first and third with nobody out for Nathan Stemke. 2 seniors, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore for the Indians. As the courtesy runner goes in for Dylan Elam since he's pitching today. I'm trying to catch that number. I think it's 20. Huge crowd on hand. I tell you what, Altamont has brought half the town. They have the left side of the infield just filled up. Pretty decent crowd from South Central, but Altamont, really a ton of folks over there. And they've got pickup trucks and everything and Jeeps all backed up to the field. They're hooting and hollering now as they're off to a good start with runners at first and third and nobody out. Nathan Stemke at the plate. Throw over trying to keep J.D. Fredericking close, the courtesy runner. Oh, and it's getting closer each time. No score here. Callaway Smith putting himself into a pickle. The next home is bounced to third. They're going to throw home. It's a good play. The catch is made. The tag is made for the first out. Davis was off with the crack of the bat. A bouncer to the left side. Everything had to go right for him to make it, and he did not make it. Another courtesy runner will come in. That'll be Justin Maglitz. So fielder's choice 5-2 on the putout. Maglitz goes in to hit, in to run as Keegan Schultz heads to the plate. Schultz is the first baseman for Altamont. And he comes in batting .354. Knocks that one out to left field relatively deep. Runner at second tags up and heads to third. So it'll be first and third with 2 outs now. As South Central an out away from getting out of this first inning pickle. Ethan Robbins to the plate. Robbins, the designated hitter for Altamont. He's hitting 300, 302. Altamont with 14 home runs on the season, including, like I said, 4 on Wednesday. They love playing here at Lions Field. 350, or probably 300 to the corners, 330 to the power alleys, and 360 to deep center. Not the biggest field in the world, but it's certainly fair. The flag laying limply out in center field. There is no wind to speak of. Maybe a 3 or 4 mile an hour breeze, but not much more than that, if anything. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Now on Robbins. Of course, this game was scheduled for 11 a.m. this morning. And with the inch and a half of rain last night, everything was kind of pushed back to let the sun do some work. Sun finally came out about an hour ago. Swing and a miss. He strikes out, and South Central gets out of it. We'll head to the top of the second. South Central coming up, no score.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
So we get set for inning number 2. It'll be Maddox Robb, followed by Cohen West, and then Brody Markley. Anybody gets on, Zane Montes for the Cougars. Second inning of work for Dylan Elam, and that curveball just did about a 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. That was fancy. The slider inside. Ball 1-1. That curveball went across the plate, just gorgeous. Elam, big lanky right-hander. That ball knocked into left center for a base hit. And Maddox Robb will round. He'll stand. Each team now with a hit. Heading out to replace Robb will be Luke Shoemate. Courtesy runner. And Cohen West will be up to bat. As we are all set to go, Dylan Elam on the mound with a man on first, nobody out. Cohen West, the designated hitter. He pitched a dandy ball game on Wednesday. Did not factor in the decision. I don't think. Let me go back and take a look. I was here. In the zone, 1-1. Oh, yeah, he did factor. He went the whole way. Cohen West went the whole way. So, yeah, he got the win, of course. Pitched great. Went about, how many pitches did he throw? He threw a bunch. The ball gets away on the throw over, and that will allow Shoemate to head to second base. So E3 looked like an error on the catch. And 2-1 now, the count on Cohen West. Winner of this game plays at 10 a.m. in Carbondale. That's a bouncer down the left side. Fair ball. Long throw. West runs it out. He beat the throw. And another base hit for the Cougars. They've got runners at first and third now with nobody out. West going to take a breather and put his shoelaces back on. He was boogieing down that line. Now he's ready to go. So Elam going to have to pick it up here in the second inning with nobody out. Runners on first and third. Winner of this game gets the winner of Waltonville and I believe Hardin County. They're playing at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So they've started, but I do not have any scoring updates. They're playing at SIU today. So the winner of that game will have a little bit more experience with that particular field. Of course, the Cougars played there and won in a magnificent contest over Goreville back in 2021. That was something. A bouncer to the left side, no runner to home, throw to first in time. And Markley is out. But Cohen West will advance to second. That's runners at second and third with now one out. Montez comes up. Zane Montez playing shortstop today. He heads to short whenever Callaway Smith is on the mound. Hoover comes in from his right field spot to play second base. He's on deck. Runners at second and third, one out. 1-1 the count here in the top of the second inning. South Central in their home dark blue jerseys with gray pants. White numerals on the back. Says South Central across the front. They have their distinctive blue and silver caps. Altamont in their dark jerseys today. That one is a base hit into right field. One run will score. West stops at third, and it's again first and third with one out now as Zane Montez comes through, and Luke Shoemate comes in to score. South Central hops out on top, 1-0. 3 base hits so far here in this second inning for the Cougars. As Evan Hoover fakes the bunt, takes a strike. He got the bat back in time, but it was pretty much down the middle. The next fouled back, and it's going to take the bunt probably away from his criterion. Don't know if how comfortable Coach Jones would be running a suicide squeeze with Cohen West. The next from Elam almost gets away. Boy, that's another thing that you don't think about can happen, but can happen anytime, can it? Just one out, 1-2 on Hoover. The second baseman today, 150-pound junior, 5 feet 9 inches tall. Runner fakes, and Hoover strikes out looking. Gonna say, averaging 1 1/3 strikeouts an inning. Dylan Elam was due. That's his first strikeout today. So here comes Max Magnus, left-handed swinger, left fielder. today for South Central. And he watches strike one come through. Caden Miller in on the grass over at third. As there's the bunt, and they hit him. Well, they're going to call a foul ball. Hit the bat. And now the umpires are going to get together to see if it hit him or the bat. As Max Magnus says, bat's rear end, that hit me. If it did, it would load the bases for the top of the lineup for South Central with 2 outs. Callaway Smith on deck. Umpire making that call behind the plate, and that is the call. We don't have the replay machine today on Wabash, or we'd give you a look at that. But if you've got DVR, you know the answer. My name is Bruce Dickey here for Wabash Cats TV. Appreciate you all tuning in today. Thank you so much. Runner goes. The pitch is out of the zone, ball 1. 1-2. Catcher's indifference for Zane Montez to get to second base. And ball 2. One run already in here for South Central. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Here in this top of the second. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The Cougars come up with 1 run on 3 hits. They leave 2. And we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. South Central 1, Altamont nothing.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, you just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Bottom of inning number 2 coming up here. It'll be Caden Miller heading to the plate, followed by Clayton Arnold, then Eli Miller, Cade Millville. If anybody gets on. The 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Caden third baseman today. And he watches ball 1 come in from Callaway Smith. Smith got himself in some trouble in that first inning, but able to wriggle his way out of it with a fielder's choice, a fly out to short right field, and then a strikeout. Miller swings wildly at strike 2. He's hitting .368 on the season. So nobody to be trifled with, that's for sure. 1-2 the count. The next from Smith. Swing and a foul ball. Just got a piece of it. Sidwell and Montes staying alert over there on the left side. And there it goes to Zane Montes. He gathers, fires across in time for the out. Yeah, you could kind of see that Miller has a pretty good pull swing, and it looked like he was trying to pull anything that came to him there. So that brings up Clayton Arnold, the right fielder. for the Indians. Alan Witt has his Altamont Indians in this sectional final at 28-9. That is a doggone good record. They are the home team today. Oh, and he hit him. So each team now has hit a batsman. And with one out, Eli Miller will come up with a man on base. Everybody, Eli, the left fielder, you can hear the shouts from the Altamont side. Come on, Eli. Here we go. Now the flag beginning to show a little bit of movement as it looks like wind maybe 3 or 4 miles an hour from right to left. The first one to Miller is fouled back. Strike one. Altamont in their black jerseys with orange numerals, white trim, white pants, black and white hats with a big A in the middle of them. Script A. Script capital A. Eli Miller batting .281 on the season. On the year as a whole, Altamont hitting .296 as a team batting average. That's pretty doggone good. Up a little high, they throw behind him, and a lower throw might have been able to get Clayton Arnold over at first base. But it was too high. So Eli stands in. Callaway Smith paying particular attention. Throw over again. Both these teams have their maximum amount of pitches today, or both these pitchers today. Up and in. At a pretty good clip, too. Eli Miller shakes his head walking away from that one. Says, that was a little closer to my head than I'm comfortable with. But he gets back in. Like I said, Eli hitting .281. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Some other games going on this afternoon I'll keep you updated on. Effingham St. Anthony beat Teutopolis earlier today over in Greenville 2-1. T-Town took the lead 1-0 in the bottom of the sixth, and St. Anthony took the lead 2-1 in the top of the seventh and held on. So a tight one as St. Anthony advances to the 2A Super Sectional. They'll be down in Carbondale as well. I believe at 1 o'clock on Monday, as this one takes place at 10. A full count now on Eli Miller. Arnold getting a good lead over at first. Pitch home. Ball four. So Callaway Smith beginning to work himself into a little bit of a problem after his team staked him to a 1-0 lead a moment ago. Number 9 hitter Caden Millville heads to the plate. Millville, a sophomore. Closed stance. Boy, look how closed that is. That front foot well in front of the back foot, well closer to home plate than the back foot. First and second, runners hold, and it's 1-1. As Millville was waiting on Callaway Smith to throw him a strike, he just got one. A throw back to a second, no throw. Arnold was back easily. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 South Central. That one fouled back. Pretty steamy afternoon after a tremendously cloudy and misty morning. The clouds have, for the most part, left, and it's going to be, that's the sun drying everything up, but got to be a little steamy before as everything dries. That one poked into right field's a base hit. They're going to bring Arnold. He was going to score with a throw. He's down and in, and it's first and third. Still with just one out. On a base hit by Cade Millville. And that'll tie it up at one apiece. Kurt Jones wants to go talk to his hitter. To his pitcher and to his defense with first and third. And the top of the order coming up after base hits now by Cade Millville. It was a hit by pitch, a walk, and a base hit. Kurt Jones wants to make sure everybody knows what they're doing here in this situation. And the brain trust for Altamont over there talking to their hitters and runners as well. As there is one out here in the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Wabash Catch TV. Carrie Linder giving up her Saturday over on one camera. Thank you very much, Carrie. Mason Hager over on the left side camera. Appreciate those folks here on Memorial Day weekend. Hope you folks are all enjoying the game. Whether you've got the TV on probably your TV on your back porch while you're swimming in the pool, you can watch the TV right next to the pool. I tell you what, that's a fun way to spend your day. First and third, one run already in for Altamont. It tied up at 1-1, 1-1. And Caden Davis up for the second time today. He got a base hit his first time up. First time through the lineup, Smith gave up 3 hits. That ball popped up onto the infield. It's going to stay fair. Catch is made by Colton Smith for the second out, and that's a big one. That is a big second out. So Dylan Elam will come to the plate. Elam also had a base hit. Those Indians both got base hits in the first inning and were stranded at second and third. As the big right-handed swinger eyes Callaway Smith. Up high, ball one. Elam's got the old-timey safety socks on. How about that? Smith taking his time. May not get a pitch here. Yeah. And I don't know who called that timeout. I think the umpire called the timeout and said, hey, I've been in this crouch for about 10 seconds here, pitcher. Let's get one going. There was no way. I think Callaway Smith just kind of wanted to see what the running play was. And nobody ever moved. Out of the zone, ball 2. 2 outs, 2 on, 1 run already in. On a hit by pitch, and a walk. Now 3-0. Smith doesn't look like he wants any part of Dylan Elam. Thing is, you got Nathan Stemke standing over there in a batter's circle. He's ready to go. They throw back to third. Callaway Smith having some fun, tossing to his infield teammates. And he fires home. Green light on 3-0. And Dylan Elam, he wanted to make this a 4-1 game. 3-0 won the count. Now he knocks it into left center. On the run, the catch is made by center fielder Seth Jones. That'll do it for Altamont. They do pick up a run on a hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch. We'll head to inning number 3, tied at 1.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery, so you
first base, and the ball got away from his first baseman, Keegan Schultz. Official score gave that error to the first baseman. That runner did come around to score, but it's going to be an earned run, as it would have scored whether that throw was made or not. So, top of the lineup up for South Central: Callaway Smith, Trevin Sidwell, Colton Smith, Maddox Robb if anybody gets on. Smith grounded out to third in the first inning. And he swings and misses, strike one. It's 1-1 now. A little bit low on the third pitch of the at bat. Folks were saying good pitch. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Folks were saying good pitch, good pitch. They thought it might have been a strike. But it's 2-2 now. Swing and a bouncer to short. Slow roller. Fire across in time. The play made by Cade Millville for the first out. That'll bring up Trevin Sidwell. Sidwell, the lone sophomore in the lineup for either team. And he watches strike one zip past. Happy May 25th, Memorial Day weekend, everybody. And that ball knocked into left field on the run. The ball bounces off the glove of Eli Miller. And it's going to be a single for Sidwell. Official score tells me that's an error. So, E7, even though it was a good long run, Colton Smith will come up with a man on first and one out. Bouncer to third, stays fair. Throw across from Miller is in time. That'll bring up Maddox Robb with a runner in scoring position. This game tied up 1 apiece. South Central trying to get the lead back. They led, this is the top of the third inning. They led 1-0 after the top of the second. Altamont came back to score in the bottom half of the second. Both runs taking place in that second inning. As Robb with a base hit in the second inning, came around to score. Or at least his courtesy runner did. Catchers don't score too many runs unless they hit home runs. Usually. Sometimes they'll leave catchers in the game. to run. We're in the top half here of the third. That ball fouled back. South Central loses the coin toss to determine who is hitting when, who is home and who is away. And that's why they are batting here in the top half of the third rather than the bottom half of the third on their own field. The next from Elam. Elam is strike three, and that'll do it for the Cougars. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. The Cougars leave one. We'll be back after these.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Callaway Smith finishes his warm-ups, getting ready for his third inning of work. He will face Nathan Stemke, Keegan Schultz, and Ethan Robbins. And if we get it on, we'll see Caden Miller. That's a bouncer that rolls foul. That thing barely made it to foul territory. Just barely. Rolling in that wet grass, and it's pretty thick grass. Good height, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty thick. And it's healthy, and it's wet, slowing things down. 1-1 the count. Stemke reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. He hit the ball to the third baseman, and Sidwell threw home, able to get Caden Davis out at the plate in that top of the first inning. It was a Stemke on that one. Boy, that's a big crowd. Hope you folks are enjoying it wherever you are. By the way, at 4 o'clock this afternoon, I believe on Channel 98, we will have the Salem versus Effingham Regional Championship down in Salem. That ball bounced to third. Sidwell again fires across in time for the first out of the inning. 76 degrees right now in Ken Mundy. Says a 2-mile-an-hour wind. That might be right. Not much more than that. As they're forecasting rain tomorrow, but gorgeous day Monday. One and 0 the count here to Keegan Schultz. He swings through that one. He thought he might have held up, but no sir, says Carl Shreve. And with one out, 1-1 is the count on Schultz. He flew out to right field back in the first inning. And a little bit high from Callaway Smith. 3-1 is the count. It is the third inning. They do keep the pitch count. They have the pitch count counter on the scoreboard here in South Central, and that's always tremendously helpful. High school baseball in the postseason, you can pitch 115 pitches as opposed to the regular season when you only get 105. As Smith walks Keegan Schultz. And that will bring Ethan Robbins to the plate. Robbins, the designated hitter, struck out swinging back in the first inning. Robbins bats for Riley Berg, second baseman for Altamont. And gets his foot just out of the way of ball one. Bouncer foul. It's 1-1. Need to get that umpire out of the way of that camera. It's kind of messing up our shot of home. There you go. Scoot over a little bit, buddy. Come on, you could do it. To your right. Give about a step to your right. He's not listening to me. Outside corner, strike two. So Robbins in danger of striking out for the second time today. And he does. The ball gets away. And I don't think Rob's going to make the throw. So, strikeout. Well, he couldn't take first on the strikeout with the runner on first base, so that's a strikeout. Even though the runner was going, Keegan Schultz at second base now. And that ball's a base knock into left center. Coming around to score, Keegan Schultz makes it without a throw from second base. So tremendously important that he stole that base. And he comes around on Caden Miller's strong base hit out to left center. Altamont gets their first lead of the day, 2-1, here in the bottom of the third inning. So the walk comes back to haunt Callaway Smith. A walk, a stolen base, and a base hit. That'll bring Clayton Arnold to the plate. He was hit by a pitch back in the second. Scored a run. Two to one the lead for Altamont. I was mentioning that pitch counter. Not quite through 3 innings. Callaway Smith's up to 55 pitches. Dylan Elam, on the other hand, through 3 is up to 46 pitches. Just to keep you folks informed. That's why I'm here. Outside corner, strike 2. By golly, now that umpire's in the right spot. He must have listened to me. Bright, sunshiny day, 76 degrees, perfect day. Out of the zone, bounces away. Runner heads to second. The throw down, not in time. So Miller takes second on a wild pitch. And now he's in scoring position with a 2-2 count on Clayton Arnold. As the choo-choo set to come by. All 3. Eli Miller is on deck. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Bouncer to the left side. Sidwell gathers, fires across for the third out. But Altamont comes up with a run, takes their first lead of the day on a base hit by Miller. As Schultz comes in to score, we'll head to the top of the fourth inning. Altamont leads South Central 2-1.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
And welcome back to Lions Field, the home of the South Central Cougars. As the Cougars up for the fourth time here, at the top of the fourth inning. Cohen West at the plate. He'll be followed by Brody Markley. And then Zane Montez. Anybody gets on, we'll see Evan Hoover. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Dylan Elam, curveball. Hello, Uncle Charlie. Starts West out with a couple of strikes looking. Cohen got a base hit back in the second. Pops this one up on the infield. And over at first base, Keegan Schultz handles it with aplomb. First out, we'll bring up Brody Markley. A lot of seniors on this Altamont squad. 8 seniors in the lineup, counting the designated hitter. 1 junior, 1 sophomore. As Markley grounded to third back in the second inning. He grounds to third here in the fourth. And that ball gets away. He's going to head to second base. Throw is over the top of the second baseman. So, an error. We'll give that error to the first baseman. Puts Markley at second base with 1 out. That's the second error of today for Keegan Schultz. Third error of the game for the Indians. We're just in the fourth inning. As Elam's first to Montez is in for a strike. Two to 1. Altamont leads. As that one's smoked down the right field line by Montez. They're going to bring in the run. We're tied up again at 2-2. Boy, I tell you what, that was closer than it should have been. Clayton Arnold with a great throw. But Markley able to outrun it. As Montez finishes at first base. But the error comes back to haunt Altamont. And we're tied up again at 2 apiece. With Evan Hoover coming to the plate, a runner at first base. That error, it was a 2-base error as that ball knocked into center field, base hit. Montez didn't know whether to go or not, didn't know whether it was going to get caught, and he's forced out. So no base hit. It's going to be a fielder's choice. The old 8-6 FC. And the second out collected there is Zane Montez at second base. So here comes Max Magnus with 2 outs and a runner on first. Spins to bunt, and it's a strike. An error, a base hit, there's a bunt. right to the pitcher. He fires across in time. 1-3 from Dylan Elam. But South Central ties it up. They leave one. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 2-2.
Dedicated, devoted, and driven. The folks at Amy Lee Realty are here to find you the home that you deserve. Born and raised in Clay County and northern Wayne County, the real estate needs of our area are Amy Lee's expertise. Check out Amy Lee's Facebook page for current promotions or browse local listings at amyleerealty.com. Or if you're looking to buy something new or sell your property, come into Amy Lee Realty in Flora to see what she can do for you. Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Welcome back to the sectional final here at South Central. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Altamont will bring their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Eli Miller, Cade Millville, Caden Davis. Anybody gets on, we'll see Dylan Elam. I don't think either team has had a 1-2-3 inning, have they? Well, South Central only sent 3 hitters to the plate in their half of the first, but they did get a runner on, and he was erased in a double play. As that one is bounced foul. Hey, there's a little breeze, about time. 2-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Winner gets to go down to Carbondale on Monday morning at 10 a.m. As that curveball cut across the outside corner. Evens it at 2-2 on Miller. Miller walked back in the second inning. He strikes out here in the fourth. So Cade Millville with a base hit back in the second will head to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. Sidwell, Montez, Hoover, and Smith on the infield. Magnus, Jones, Markley in the outfield. Maddox Robb behind the plate. Callaway Smith has gone all the way here for South Central on the mound. Field's in beautiful shape. The water off the tarp all drained out to the left field corner. As the team showed up at 8:30 to pull that tarp off the field. That is some work, folks, if you've ever seen that done. Bouncer straight up the middle. That's the second base hit of the game for Cade Millville. The sophomore really showing up. I said that Sidwell was the only sophomore playing. I forgot about Cade. How could you forget Cade Millville? Especially after that performance he had Wednesday afternoon on the mound. He came in and pitched a dandy. So, top of the lineup now. Caden Davis stands in. Takes ball 1. Caden is 1 for 2. Got a hit in the first. Popped up in the second. Batsy with a man on first with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bouncer to the left side. Chance for double play. Sidwell to Hoover to Smith, and that is a 5-4-3 double play. Gets the South Central Cougars out of it. We'll head to the top of the fifth inning. 2-2.
Clay County Hospital is your life-saving connection. We have spent our lives preparing for when you need us. Quality professional care right at home. Our team will support you and your family so you never feel alone. We will make you feel welcome whether you need care, are visiting a loved one, or seeking employment. Clay County Hospital. Professional care, compassionate hearts.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Flora. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, Cole Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
So we head to the top of the fifth inning, 2-2. Back to the top of the lineup as well. Callaway Smith, Trevin Sidwell, Colton Smith, and anybody gets on Maddox Robb as Dylan Elam has been Dylan on the mound. He's given up 4 hits, 2 runs. His defense has not been at their best. They've got 3 errors. Altamont does. And each player where the error was committed has come around to score, or 2 of them have. As Smith swings the first pitch he sees, bounces it into left field for a base hit. And they will bring in the pinch runner, as Garrett Shoemate will head in to replace Callaway Smith. Smith the pitcher. You get the courtesy runner if you choose to use it. A lot of times pitchers are the best athletes. They don't use the courtesy runner every time. 57th pitch, by the way, that was for Dylan Elam. And the curveball there is a bit high to Trevin Sidwell. Sidwell hit by a pitch back in the first and reached on an error in the third. That was a long knock to left field that running catch was dropped by Eli Miller. It's a 2-0 count now to Sidwell with a man on first base, nobody out. Top of the fifth. Altamont won the coin toss. They chose to be the home team. Each team has led. South Central scored first. Led 1-0 after the top of the second. Altamont tied it in the bottom of the second. Altamont took a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the third. And South Central tied it in the top of the fourth. That's where we stand. 2-2 here in the top of the fifth inning. 3-1 the count on Sidwell. 3-2. I was going to say, after Sidwell almost took off to first base on what he thought was ball 4, that next pitch was going to have to be pretty far out off the base or off the plate to be a ball. And then Sidwell gets hit by a pitch for the second time. That's going to bring out Alan DeWitt. He wants to talk to his pitcher and talk to his defense with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Shoemate out at second base. Sidwell at first. And nobody at all out. I'm looking to see how many batters Dylan Elam has struck by a pitch. He's struck just 2 this season. And he has now struck 4 by a pitch. So, with nobody out, here comes Colton Smith. Right-handed junior. Fakes the bunt, watches ball 1 go past. Bright sunshine now. The next from Elam. Off the plate, ball 2. I don't think Coach Witt went out there and said, walk this guy. South Central looking to retake the lead. Fake bunt again. The ball gets away. That's going to move the runners over. On the wild pitch as the ball bounced in front of or on the plate. And trouble building for Altamont. 3-0. Ball 4. Inside. So Maddox Robb will come up with nobody out. The bases juiced. What an opportunity for the Cougars. They scored 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. They have the bases loaded now. Garrett Shoemate off of third. Trevin Sidwell off of second. Colton Smith off of first. That ball popped into center field. Running in, making the grab, Caden Davis. Throw home, no runner. So that one not quite deep enough to get Garrett Shoemate in. And that throw would have had him. That was a fine throw right on line. So Cohen West will get instructions from Kurt Jones. He's going to call him over and talk to him, make sure he knows the instructions rather than taking a signal. The fielders are all in on the grass. Any bouncer will probably come straight home. That's where the force play is. Curveball is up. For Elam, his next pitch will be his 70th. He's got plenty remaining. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, though. That one's a pop fly out. He's only given up a couple of runs, but he has pitched through some situations now. As he has only had 1-2-3 inning. A little bit low. 2-1 now to Cohen West. West with a base hit in the second. Pop to first base back in the fourth. And he knocks that one out into center field, right center. Again, the catch made by Caden Davis. Shoemate's going to try it. The throw is in time. Double play. What a play by Altamont. They get out of a bases loaded. Nobody out. Jam. And we'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's 2-2. Back after these.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
Gorgeous bang play there as Caden Davis takes care of South Central in that fifth inning. He caught two pop-ups or two fly balls. They weren't really pop-ups. They were solid fly balls. And throws out Garrett Shoemate to end the inning. Nathan Stemke with the confident gather and tag. So, Dylan Elam will head to the plate. Number 2 hitter. He'll be followed by Stemke, Keegan Schultz, Ethan Robbins, if anybody gets on. The Cougars really have to watch out as A lot of times you get a big play like that to end an inning. The fans are still buzzing, the team's buzzing, and oftentimes it's a momentum shift that is a huge factor, or can be. Callaway Smith trying to make sure that doesn't happen. 1-2 the count. That's pitch number 73 from Smith. That one poked into short right field. Long run. That's going to drop for a hit. Elam with a base hit as Brody Markley took a step the wrong way and could not catch up. Courtesy runner checking in for Altamont. Aiden McManaway. McManaway started Wednesday's game on the mound. Did not go well. As Smith's next one is a wild pitch. And McManaway heads to second base. Well, like I said, South Central's got to be real careful as the momentum really took a turn Altamont's direction. Bases were loaded with nobody out. And Elam got him out of it with help from Davis and Stemke. There's a strike looking. It's 2-1 to Nathan Stemke. He's 0 for 2. Looking for his first hit of the day. So one of two games we're showing here on Wabash today. Over in Salem at 4 o'clock. Got the regional championship. Effingham at Salem. Throwback to second. That would be move C. Not the best one. It was not the one that gets the out. 3-1 the count to Stemke. Nobody out. He fouls it off to the right. Smith taking a long look home at Nathan Stemke. He fires. Up and in. Ball 4. Kurt Jones going to have a chat with his pitcher with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Smith has thrown 80 pitches as they do bring in the courtesy runner for Stemke. That is Justin Maglitz again. And I think Kurt just wants to make sure that Coach Jones just wants to make sure the defense is all set up in the right spots. With nobody out, I think Coach Jones realizes as well the gravity of the matter. We're tied at 2 apiece. Smith stays in the game. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Winner gets to go to Carbondale Monday. The loser is done. Keegan Schultz stands in, the big cleanup hitter. He walked and scored back in the 3rd. He watches ball 1 zip past. And then watches Callaway Smith do a little gardening on the mound. He fires home. It's ball 2. Schultz struck by that pitch back in the 3rd. Walked in the 3rd, stole a base. He came in on Cade Miller's single. McManaway leads off of second. Maglitz over at first. Throw over to first. Well, you don't often see that with a runner ahead of him. But they were trying to do a little, Colton Smith trying to do a little sneaky get in behind the runner, behind the lead runner. Up high, ball 3. Callaway might need to pay a little bit more attention to home plate. It's 3-0. Ethan Robbins waits on deck. He's looking for a little redemption himself. He struck out a couple of times today. There's a strike. Fielders stretch to the left side. Strike 2. Smith gets himself back in the battle here with Keegan Schultz. Big hole on the right side. And Schultz, I think he was looking that direction, but he fouls it out of play. The count is 2-2. Nobody out. Runners at first and second for Altamont. Momentum shifted their way. Can they keep it going? That's a base knock off the right side. They're going to send McManaway. The throw comes in. It's cut off, and McManaway scores. Keegan Schultz comes through again. As McManaway scores for Dylan Elam, who got a base hit. And that puts the Indians back in the lead, 3-2. We'll see if Coach Jones wants to leave Callaway Smith in. You get 3 trips to the mound. It's not like Major League Baseball and high school baseball. Not like the other rules. You do get 3 trips to the mound. As Smith has thrown 87 pitches. Nobody running in to change gloves of any kind. And that looks like, is that going to be Trevin Sidwell pitching? Trevin Sidwell's going to come in to pitch. We'll let him warm up. We'll be back with first and third and nobody out. 1 run is already in. We'll be back after these.
For nearly 40 years, family-owned Little Egypt Golf Cars has been dedicated to serving Southern Illinois' golf and utility car needs. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility located along I-57 in Salem. Our interactive showroom displays all of the latest accessories and vehicle designs. We offer new and used vehicle sales, a full parts and service department, and a rental fleet of over 600 vehicles. Whether it's riding in style on the course, cruising with the family, or having a rugged vehicle on the job site, we have you covered. Proudly serving Illinois and Missouri with 3 locations.
Head on down to Boyd Discount Furniture and Mattress Center in Wayne City, Illinois. The finest names in comfort, beauty, and function, like Ashley, Serta, and Brooks, are waiting for you on both sides of the main drag in downtown Wayne City. Head on down to Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center or BoydFern.com for huge selections of sofas, sectionals, recliners, leather furniture, beds, mattress sets, sleeper sofas, coffee. Big on value, all roads lead to Boyd. Office furniture.
Carson Auction Realty is the one-stop shop for all your real estate needs. With over 40 years in business, Carson Auction Realty is the only company in the area that offers public auctions, real estate brokerage, and certified appraisals. If you're considering selling your farm, home, or commercial property, give us a call, and we can assist you in every step of your real estate sale, from pricing your property correctly to properly marketing to find any and potential buyers, and most importantly, selling property for top dollar. To contact us, go to our website, carsonauctionrealty.com, or call our office at 662-4911.
So Trevin Sidwell into pitch. First pitch that Ethan Robbins sees is popped out to center. And the runner holds. Maglitz holds at third base, but that's only the first out. So F8. As I'm trying to get the defensive changes. Looks like Smith to shortstop and Montez to third. Hoover remains at second. First pitch to Caden Miller's fouled away. 1 run has scored. Callaway Smith, by the way, 4 innings plus. 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 hit by pitch. He has given up 3 runs, but the 2 hit runners on base do belong to him. It's a big at-bat for Caden Miller. He got a base hit his last time up, grounded to short the time before that. He's 1 for 2. He's got a man 90 feet away from home plate that he would dearly love to see come across that plate. It's 3-2 Altamont. And Sidwell taking his time to try to see if he couldn't get Maglitz to run or Schultz to make a mistake over at first. And boy, oh boy, Caden Miller backed out on that one. He thought that he saw that pitch. He wants that one again. He didn't swing at it, and he's thinking, oh, I'm silly. I should have swung at that. 1 out, 1-2 the count. Bouncer to the right side. Sidwell has it, throws it away. Runner scores. Sidwell, you could see the excitement. He thought he had a good chance. Well, he was going to get the runner coming home. Maglitz coming home. He had him, but he throws it over the head. And it is E1. That's the first error of the game for South Central, and it is costly. As Schultz ends up at second base. Miller at first with still just 1 out. Here comes Clayton Arnold. Altamont looking to break it open. A hit probably means a crooked number. They've scored 2. They're looking for that 3rd run. They lead 4-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. South Central digging themselves a hole. Sidwell fires. There's a foul ball screamer to the right side. Thank heavens for chain link fence in front of dugouts. There'd be a bunch of youth with no teeth. Fewer teeth than otherwise. 1-1 the count. 1 out. Sidwell peeks back at second base. Fires home. The bunt attempt a little bit off. A lot foul. And Arnold, who was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the second inning, grounded to third in the third, awaits an 0-2 or 1-2 pitch. Trevin Sidwell just want to make sure Evan Hoover glove was working as they try to keep Schultz close at second base. 1-2 the count, the throw home. Curveball too high, 2-2. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Altamont with 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 here in the 5th. And a knockout into right center. The play is made, no runner, as Seth Jones comes and gets it for the second out. That will bring up Eli Miller. Miller is 0 for 1. He walked and struck out. He's the 7th hitter to come to the plate here in this bottom of the 5th, as Altamont has knocked out Callaway Smith, the starter for South Central. That one nearly got away. Winner gets a trip to Carbondale, 10 a.m. on Monday. Loser's done. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 on Eli Miller. In case you're wondering, through 5 innings, Dylan Elam has thrown 73 pitches. So he's got quite a few remaining if Coach Witt wants him to go all the way. Altamont looking for win number 29. South Central looking for win number 19. Sidwell's next bounced off to the left side harmlessly. Eli Miller at 1 and 2, runners at first and second. It's really been a battle of wits, and right now, Altamont on the big edge. Leading 4-2, swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That will do it, but the Indians do come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. There was an error. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. It is 4-2 Altamont.
Give me order lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
And for South Central, starting off this top of the 6th inning, it'll be Brody Markley. He'll be followed by Zane Montez, then Evan Hoover. Knocks the second pitch. He sees to the left side, and Altamont has their 4th error of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. E5. As it looked like Caden Miller certainly should have had that one. So Zane Montez will come up with nobody out, a man on first. That's a big break for South Central. They need a run. They need base runners. They trail by 2. Montez at the plate. Oh, and he's almost hit by the pitch. Dylan Elam's curveball came right back in, just missed him. Elam has struck, 1 hitter? 2 hitters today. He had struck 2 on the season before this. Bouncer to third, and that gets through. Markley stumbles, falling around the second base. And Altamont fielding has been suspect here in this 5th inning. I'm going to call that one an error, too. That kind of ate up Caden Miller. He's having a tough 5th inning. As Alan Witt wants to talk to his defense, give them the old pep talk. and tell Dylan Elam, sorry, hey, you got to get 5 outs this inning. Evan Hoover is coming up to the plate. And he'll face Elam. Elam has now thrown 78 pitches. Brody Markley pacing like a lion out there at second base. Zane Montez quite a bit more relaxed over at first. They are the one behind run and then tying run. Fake bunt, ball gets away, and the runners will move up. Stemke very displeased. He thought he should have had that one. It did hit the dirt a little bit, but Stemke still feels like he should have had that. One and one now on Hoover. Runners at second and third. Base hit might tie the game. It's the top of the 6th inning. We'll see. Zane Montez with pretty good speed out there. And now that one makes it a 3-1 count. So Hoover with the advantage here. Fakes the bunt. Watch a strike 2 come by. The next one to him is bounced to second base. Gavin, it gets through 2. 1 run comes in. Here comes the second, and 3 errors this inning have tied the game. I tell you what, you just never know. Somehow that got through, and we are tied 4-4. Kurt Jones comes in to talk to Max Magnus. He's probably telling him, hey, just hit it to somebody right now. As Nathan Stemke's going to go out and talk to his pitcher and bring his infield together. Say, hey, let's wake up a little bit. As Caden Miller, Cade Millville, Riley Berg, and Keegan Schultz chat. Riley Berg with that most recent error. 3 errors this inning. Just regular bouncers that you'd have thought would have been handled easily. So, in steps Max Magnus. The bunt to the left side is foul. 2 runs have scored on 3 errors. As Magnus 0 for 2, struck out in the second, grounded to the pitcher back in the 4th. Spins the bunt, and that is a strike. Strike 2. Yeah, with nobody out in the bottom of the lineup, yeah, you bunt him over to second base and let the top of the lineup do their job. Spins the bunt again, bunts it. That's a good one. To the left side, Miller gathers, fires it over for the out. The first out of the inning is recorded. But Hoover gets into scoring position and with the top of the lineup coming up. It'll be Callaway Smith. Base hit might give South Central the lead. Smith is 1 for 3. Got a base hit his last time up. Defense playing pretty deep. And that is over the head of the shortstop. They throw to third. Not in time. Hoover had to delay. And another base hit puts runners at first and third with just one out. Trevin Sidwell coming up to bat. As Garrett Shoemate heads in to run for Callaway Smith. Oh! And that one came up and in. That hit Sidwell. That hit the batter, that hit his head. Must have hit the bat. Sidwell never made a move to first base, as the umpires are going to talk about it just to see exactly where that ball struck, but consensus is that hit the bat. Thank heavens. So it's a foul ball. A relief to fans of both teams and, of course, to Sidwell as well. 4-4 here in the top of the sixth. That bunt is fouled away. That's strike two. Well, that's a painful way to get a strike on that first one. But that's them's the facts. Jack? The next, he bunts it foul, and that's strike three. I'm not sure Trevin Sidwell realized the count. He strikes out with runners at first and third, and now 2 outs for Colton Smith. Hoover just 90 feet from home. Leads off at third. Shoemate leads off at first. Colton is 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. And the curveball does not reach the strike zone. The next from Elam is out of the zone again. 2-1 the count. Make it 3-1. And that is ball 4. So that will load them up for Maddox Robb. What an opportunity for the junior catcher from South Central. Hoover at third. Shoemate at second. Smith at first. 2 runs have already scored on 3 errors. There's just been 1 hit this inning. And the runners didn't score on the hit. They had already come in on the errors. What a wild game. 4-4 the score. The next from Elam. Up high, ball 1. Altamont fans thought that was it. The next from Dylan Elam. It'll be his 100th pitch of the day. He brings it home. Strike 3. Looking. But the Cougars do score 2. They leave 3 on 3 errors and a hit. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tied again, 4-4.
Tomorrow Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance.
For over 50 years, at your locally owned and operated Rural King Supply in Salem and Olney, we've helped you and your neighbors enjoy an easy country lifestyle. We carry the most thorough sporting goods department around with a huge variety of hunting and fishing gear, camping equipment, and a variety of firearms for any need. Our team is here to help you find whatever you need. Open every day, it's Rural King in Salem and Olney, your locally owned farm and home store.
As Trevin Sidwell heads out for his second inning of work, he will face the 9-1-2 hitters, Cade Millville, who didn't hit like a 9-hitter. He's got 2 hits today. And then Caden Davis and Dylan Elam. Anybody gets on? Nathan Stempke. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. What a line score for Altamont. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 runs on 7 hits, 6 errors, and 8 left on base. That is an unusual line score. As Millville ready to go. Umpires have finished chatting. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. These teams are running out of outs. Trevin Sidwell, the second pitcher of the day for South Central, opens with a ball. Millville, Finn's senior or sophomore, right-hander. And Sidwell working quickly. There's a strike. 2-1 the count. Up high, ball 2, or ball 3. Beautiful day here in Ken Mundy, Illinois. Home of Lions Field. Home field for the Cougars. And when you go out, score 2 runs, the last thing you want to do is put the leadoff batter on via a walk. That is frustrating if you are a fan of the South Central Cougars. If you're a fan of Altamont, well, you're saying, hey, that'll work for me. Four to 4 the score. Throw over to first base. Not in time. Just a insider note. Don, I just changed my headset. I'm having hearing problems in the other one. So you might need to make adjustments accordingly, whatever you want to do. Thank you very much. Don Ross out in the truck, ladies and gentlemen, making his triumphant return to Wabash Communications. He didn't want anybody to know he's here. Sorry about that, Don. He's very private. The next one into Davis is out of the zone. Ball 1. Sidwell paying a lot of attention to Millville down there at third. A bunt is foul. And with the top of the order coming up, I'm kind of surprised to see Altamont bunting with nobody out. They've got the hitters to not give up an out. I'm a little surprised by that, but we'll see if they continue. Throw over is not in time. One and two the count. Out of the zone. Ball two. This one's working much better. Thank you very much. Four to four the score. Curveball is bumped into left field for a base hit. So here comes Altamont. You just can't keep them down. First and second with nobody out. The big gun's coming up. Dylan Elam got a base hit his last time up. He's 2 for 3. And then Nathan Stemke on deck. Nobody out. Here comes Elam, and here comes Kurt Jones. He's going to talk to Trevin Sidwell, and probably more to his defense. Figure out how they want to defend a hitter like Dylan Elam. I don't think he's going to swap out pitchers or anything, but with Elam, with nobody out, I'd be really surprised if he tries to bunt. But you never know. How many sacrifice bunts does Dylan Elam have? He has 2. Check that, 2 sacrifices. Those are sacrifice flies. No sacrifice bunts on the season. But he is hitting .287 with 1 home run, 5 doubles. 27 now for 90. So that is better than .287. That'd be the same as 9 for 30. So that's 300. He's now batting 300 as I do math on the fly. Speaking of difficult, tightrope walking there. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 4-4. Runners on first and second. Millville leading off of second base. Caden Davis over at first. Nobody out. Dylan Elam at the plate. And this is his first chance to see, by the way, Trevin Sidwell today. The right-hander fires. Outside corner is there for strike 1. That's how you wanted to open up on Elam. The next. Knocked into right field, out to handle it. Brody Markley makes the play, no runner to third. This is a heck of a throw from Markley. He'd have gunned down Millville had Millville tried to advance. Smart move by the sophomore to hold. So with 1 out, Nathan Stemke will head to the plate. The catcher walked and scored back in the 5th. Has grounded to third twice before that. Swing and a miss. He was trying to untie this game. Altamont with 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th. This game has been back and forth. Each team has led. Altamont has led a couple of times. It's 0-2 now on Stemke. Curveball, strike 3. That was a beautiful pitch from Sidwell. Strike 3 looking. And Altamont needs a base hit out of Keegan Schultz to try to get something out of this great start to the bottom of the 6th inning. Schultz, base hit his last time up, walked and scored in the 3rd, flew out in the 1st. He's batting .354. And he watches ball 2 zip past. Check that, ball 1. 1-1. Trevin Sidwell trying to keep it tied. There's a strike. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. This big crowd has gotten their money's worth today. It has been back and forth and back and forth. The next. Out of the zone, ball 2. Oh, I tell you what. Maddox Robb was 2 steps to the dugout. That was a close one. 2-2 the count. 2 on, 2 outs. Deuce is wild. Thank you, Mike Shannon. Up high, ball 3. So the runners will be off with the pitch. That can make a huge difference. As Sidwell fires home. Ball 4. Loading them up. This inning started with a walk to Cade Millville, then a base hit by Caden Davis. His first and second with nobody out. Dylan Elam popped out to right, and a strikeout of Nathan Stempke leads to a walk to Keegan Schultz. And now Ethan Robbins at the plate. He's looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 3. The first from Sidwell. Inside. No place to put him. Even Trevin Sidwell. Robbins struck out in the first, struck out in the third. Popped out in the 5th. Bangs a base hit to the right side. That's why the designated hitter's out there. And a run will score. Altamont retakes the lead. Cade Millville comes in to score the run. It's now 5-4 Indians. The bases remain loaded on a big hit from Ethan Robbins. Trevin Sidwell steps off the mound, takes a heavy, deep breath. Says, doggone, I thought I had him. Here comes Caden Miller, the third baseman. He's had an up and down day. That ball gets away, but no runner as it hit the backstop, bounced right back to Maddox Robb. Boy, that was a fortunate bounce back for the Cougars. They trail 5-4. They have 1 at-bat remaining. Will they trail by 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? We'll see what Caden Miller has to say about that. He bounces it up the middle. Gathered by Callaway Smith. He steps on second base for the out. But Altamont does come up with 1 run on 2 hits. They leave the bases juiced. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. South Central needs 1 to extend and 2 to take the lead. Back after these.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Pagel Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
Dylan Elam heads out to the mound to try to finish it off. He's thrown 100 pitches. He will face Cohen West, Brody Markley, and Zane Montez. Anybody gets on Evan Hoover. 15 pitches remaining for Dylan Elam as the first one is out of the zone, ball one. Gorgeous day here in Kinmundy. Second pitch is popped up on the infield. It may drop. There's trouble, and finally Elam steps over to gather. He kind of looked around to see if Caden Millville was going to come get it. Millville was a long way off yet. It's kind of the third baseman's ball. But I tell you what, Altamont has, their defense has been, I guess you could call it chancy at best today. Brody Markley at the plate. As Elam throws strike two to Markley. Markley has reached on a couple of errors. He's 0 for 3, but he scored 2 runs. You don't see that very often. And that one is going to reach on a base hit, and the tying run is on. Ball gets away from the center fielder, but not far enough. And a base hit will bring Zane Montez to the plate with 1 out. Montez, couple of hits today and reached on an error. Did score a run. Big time for Zane Montez. Elam has now given up 6 hits. Bouncer too short. Only play is to first. The throw over is in time. They throw to second, and Markley gets back. So 2 outs now. Brody Markley at second base. Evan Hoover coming to the bat. Nathan Stemke looks to the audience from Altamont, says, "Stand up, folks." We're not away from the Super Sectional. Elam's curveball in a little high. The Altamont fans all sit back down. Oh, doggone it, they say. This has been a great game. And the runner will take third without a throw. Catcher's indifference. Base hit would tie it. 5-4 the score. Steve Reich, it's 2-1. That was pitch number 110 by Elam. Elam trying to go all the way. Of the 4 runs, 3 are earned. Make that 2 are earned. That ball popped into short right. Go ahead and back to get it. The play is made. The catch is made by Riley Berg. And Altamont wins the South Central Sectional 5-4 over the South Central Cougars. And they'll have a trophy presentation and all kinds of fun stuff here as the Altamont Indians will head down to Carbondale on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Let's see if we can tell you who they're going to be playing. I got to find my phone. As what a baseball game. They win it 5-4. And they leave the tying run at third base. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 Just one error for South Central. And 10. South Central finishes with 4 runs on 7 hits. They had 1 error, 10 left on base. They finished their season out at 18, 14, and 1. And the Altamont Indians pick up their 29th win of the season. They're now 29 and 9. They had 5 runs on 9 hits, 6 errors, and 10 left on base as the whole team comes up to get the trophy, the plaque for the sectional championship. How about that? Dylan Elam goes all the way. He gives up 4 runs, 2 earned. Gave up 7 hits, hit 2. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Struck out 5, goes the whole way and gets the win. How about that? Trevin Sidwell is going to pick up the hard luck loss as he gave up a run in that 6th inning, bottom of the 6th inning. As Altamont improves to 29 and 9 on the season. The win goes to Dylan Elam, and the hugs are aplenty as they're getting their picture taken at home plate. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Wabash Catch TV's presentation of high school baseball here from South Central. We've enjoyed bringing you baseball, basketball, volleyball, football all year long. And after this one this afternoon in Salem, we're going to be done for a couple of months with y'all getting ready for the 2024-25 school year and season. Thank you all so much, and congratulations again to the Altamont Indians, winners of the South Central Class 1A Sectional. For all of us at Wabash Catch TV, my name is Bruce Dickey, reminding you this afternoon's final score. Altamont defeats South Central 5-4. So long from Ken Mundy.